It is continuation of our discussion of practice set. So let us start with 11th problem. First 10 has already been discussed. 11th problem is following is not a financial derivative. In previous case, for financial derivative includes in problem number 10, and here it is following is not a financial derivative. So question 10 was indicating underlying asset of the financial derivative. Question 11 is indicating type of financial derivative. Type of financial derivatives, future is a type of financial derivative, forward contract is a type of financial derivative, option is also a type of financial derivative, but stock is an underlying asset. So financial derivatives is not stock, it is an underlying asset. So correct answer is A for 11. Now we are going to the 12. The problem number 12 says that derivatives are traded in the market. Means in which market derivatives are traded? Given asset-backed market, cash flow-backed market, derivatives security market, mortgage-backed market. Asset-backed market deals with asset. Mortgage-backed market deals with mortgage. Cash flow-backed market deals with cash flows. So since it is a derivative, the market where derivatives are purchased and sold will be considered. So correct option is D, derivative security market. Now we are moving to 14th. Situation in which investor borrows large portion of money from broker for investment. Situation in which investor borrows large portion of money from the broker for investment. When the investor will borrow large portion of money from broker, is it for future investment? It is for forward investment? It is for leveraged investment? It is for non-leveraged investment. Future and forward are two types of derivatives where investment is made. Here, what are the sources of funds for collecting the money to be invested is considered. So future investment, forward investment is not a part of that. Either it will be leveraged investment or non-leveraged investment. Leveraged investment is made when a portion is borrowed and a portion is collected from own source. In case of non-leveraged, only own source money is taken into consideration. Therefore, large portion of money when borrowed, it becomes a leveraged investment. So option C is the correct answer for 14. Now we are moving to 15. A contract involving exchange of underlying assets in future at a specified price is known as present contract, future contract, spot contract, or derivative contract. The very definition of derivative is an agreement between two parties to buy or sell some underlying asset at a future date. Means agreement is taken today, all terms and conditions of purchase and sale of underlying instrument is finalized today, but actual transaction takes place in future. Here, the contract involving exchange of underlying asset in future at a specified price is nothing but a derivative contract. So option D is the correct answer. Now let us go to 16. House which guarantees that buying and selling will be made by the trader of exchange is called trading house, guarantee house, clearing house, and professional house. Means When buying and selling of underlying asset in future at the term at terms and conditions taking place today takes place, then in future when actual trading will happen, one party will gain and other party will suffer equal amount of loss. Thus the sum of the two parties gain and loss will be zero. So basically derivative contract is a zero sum game. Due to this feature, the person with loss always try to avoid the obligation of the contract. If he does not fulfill the obligation of the contract, then other party has to suffer. This is called default risk. This default risk can be avoided if by the clearing house of the derivative market. The clearing house, in most of the cases, takes some security money from both parties and adjusts it on daily basis. So automatically, if a party refuses to follow the guidelines of the clearinghouse, then immediately the entire loss amount is deducted from his security and the contract is closed and balance money is refunded to him. Therefore, in this manner, clearinghouse provides a guarantee of no default to both parties. So clearinghouse will be the correct answer. Now we are moving to point number 17 or question number 17. Question number 17 is saying that standardized future contract exists for all except stock index, common stock, treasury. Standardized contract is also known as futures contract with tailor-made contract. Here, two parties will be there. Terms and conditions will be finalized today by them. No third party can interfere here. So, two parties will decide what terms and conditions they will impose. So, this type of tailor-made contract is observed on stock exchange, on common stock, on treasury bill, but not on gold. So, gold is the correct answer. Now, let us move to 8. Which of the following is false? The four statements are given. We have to identify which one is false. First statement is future contract allow fewer delivery options than forward contract. Futures contract, in case of futures contract, the delivery options are not less than forward contract. In futures like forward contract, in futures contract also, either can be delivery of the actual underlying asset may take place or there can be book adjustment. The same concepts or same alternatives are also available in forward contract. So we cannot say that future contract allows fewer delivery options than forward contract. So statement A is false. Other three statements, future contracts are more liquid than forward contract is correct because future contract deals in the derivative market where speculation is there, market price is there, so liquidity is there. Future contract traded on a financial exchange, it is also correct. Future contracts are mark to market. Mark to market means daily adjustment of the futures contract price to avoid deposit. This is also correct. So in 18, correct alternative is A. Now in problem number 9, which of the following does the most to reduce default risk of the future contract? In order to reduce the default risk of the future contract, marking to market is a strategy adopted by the clearinghouse, where already we have mentioned that each party has to keep some security money which are adjusted on daily basis according to the fluctuation of the price of the underlying asset. So in this way, both parties' default risks are neutralized. And if one party refuses to abide by the terms and conditions of the given by the clearinghouse, then immediately his contract is closed and the balance money is refunded to him. Thus, other party will not suffer for that. So this is called marking to market. It is meant for reducing default risk. So correct option is A. Now finally, for this lecture, we are considering problem number 20. Imperfect hedging in future market occurs due to hedging means minimization of risk. 100% minimization of risk is rarely possible. What we get is the risk is minimized, but which is less than 100%. It is due to some mismatch in the derivative contract. That means whatever type of derivative underlying asset is available and whatever types of assets in my hand for reducing risk, their nature may differ. So let us see what are the options available. Perishable nature of the commodity. Perishable nature of commodity has nothing to do with imperfect hedging. Non-availability of product in the spot market. It has also nothing to do in the imperfect hedging. Mismatch of commodity with underlying commodity of the future. That means if the nature of the commodity or quality of the commodity does not match with the quality or nature of the commodity underlying future. That means suppose we are going to uh, reduce the risk of increase in price of the petroleum, but no derivative contract is available on petrol. So a derivative contract is there where underlying asset is diesel, and it is a product which is closely linked with petrol. So we are doing hedging by using that derivative concept of diesel. So in that case, due to imperfection in in the underlying asset, mismatch will occur. 100% hedging will not be possible. And fourth one, price increase of the commodity in spot market. That is obvious. For that reason, we have hedged. So that has no impact on impact like hedging. So C is the correct option. With this, we are closing this particular lecture. In the next lecture, when we consider, we will take up the remaining 21 to 45 problems. Thank you.